Welcome, bienvenue to Stadia Party Chat Podcast, a cloud gaming talk show where two Canadian game hosts chat about everything Google Stadia in the past week and the latest on Bungie's Destiny 2. I'm joined by my super co-host, as always, leveling up the podcast as he does, Sebastian, also known as Nad614. How are you doing this evening?
Good, good. Yourself, how you been doing?
I've been doing well, keeping busy. A lot's been going on in the city this weekend, so I've been out and about.
That's
But
good.
that doesn't stop me from logging in the hours in Iron Banana or building some cities in the cityscape. But other than that,
Nice.
I'm doing well, keeping good. How about yourself?
Yeah, good too. It's been busy too. Like now the weather is nice out, so been like uh doing a lot of stuff outside. But like yourself, I was able to play some Iron Banner just to get my pinnacle for the week and try some new game on Stadia.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, we've got the June Pro games. So there was a couple things we were playing this week. We got two streams up. You absolutely wiped the floor with me when it came to Golf with Friends,
Thanks.
one of the new pro games that came out. So we streamed, what was it, two game modes. One was the classic, and then the other had us dunking some baskets, which
Yeah,
was
exactly.
a little bit different than the whole situation.
hmm Yeah, you can make the ball jump and then you have to time it right so you can jump in the basket. So that was quite interesting. But there's even more game mode too, I noticed. I saw there was Alki, so I wouldn't mind trying that in the future.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think we only scratched the surface playing like two out of six or eight different game modes. Yeah, so the game is basically mini putt, and then you gauge the power of your swing, you choose the direction, and then you launch your ball. Hopefully, it stays on the course because the courses sorry, you can easily jump off of, and then you're down a lot of points. Like I ended up a lot of points.
Yepper. And then like you can custom those. Like apparently, well, I had a quick look at it where you can customize your gameplay and add it like so like you can lose more point if you go outside the course or you can lower it down so it's actually not that bad. But yeah, you can
You kept that till
modify it.
after
hmm
our game until you told me.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
no, that
so
was fun overall. I play also couch co-op with my wife, and it worked
oh,
perfectly. It's just like you can use the same controller, or like us, we both add a controller, and it tells you whose turn is it. So it's pretty good.
wicked.
hmm
Well, that's cool. Other than golf with friends, we both got into Death Run
Yeah.
TV. I think unbeknownst to us, we thought, "Oh, it's co-op. We can like play together. How do we join? How do we join?" And
hmm
no, it turns out it's only couch co-op. Um, but yeah, we were able to log in. Each of us played sort of separately. I'm sure. I think Nads, your screen was the one streaming. You were
Yeah.
definitely getting much further than me. Um,
Yeah, I was able to get like a lot of the new gun. So the first thing I noticed is that there's a almost like a lobby you can only access through the main menu, which is weird. Like, but in the lobby you can access all the weapon you gain and all the bonus you gain, and you can go choose which weapon to start with. So you can start with some of the weapon, but like I found like even though you start with those weapon, you run out of ammo very quickly. But that was like a good experience, I think overall. It was fun, like to just like go around and shoot. I had difficulty sometimes to see some of the ads, some of them like if you killed them, they were spawning those white orb, and I was getting killed by those very often, and yeah, or like they will like spawn right behind you, and yeah. But it was good fun overall. It's like a fun game to play. I wish you could play like online co-op, but I guess couch co-op is the way to go right now.
yeah.
hmm
Um, and it's interesting how you got to collect the likes, you got to save the prisoners.
Mhm,
There's a lot of different elements. I would say I first assumed that it was going to be similar to Enter the Gungeon,
mhm,
but it turns out there's a lot of things that make it different. That being said, one of the big things is just the overall speed. I find Enter the Gungeon to be a little bit slower. You're dodging incoming bullets in sort of a pattern where this game is more they're just coming up to you and meleeing you.
mhm.
At least that's I didn't get far enough to see them shoot at you. I'm sure they start shooting at you eventually.
Yeah, there's some sort of shooting happening, but it's not with gun. It's similar to what I said, like when you kill the ads, they
Discs,
spawn
right?
there. Like
Yeah.
yeah, and you got the blade going around to the contour of the arena, and you got different type of enemy. I think I was noticing like new enemy every time. Like you got some chicken at some point, and yeah, it was quite interesting though. But yeah, fun game to play though. Good to try out. But yeah, other than that, like what else is inside that run? I'm not sure. I feel like we just barely touch a game. I noticed that like sometimes the wall will blowing up because of you pick up those bomb or you throw your
The
grenade.
keys.
Yeah, and there's the keys you can pick
Yeah.
up and unlock some chests on the wall, but I still didn't get to that point because I found either if I had the key on me I couldn't carry two guns, so like it was like more risky, I guess. And then like sometimes I saw like some wall with it exploding, and I wonder like there's some secret. I noticed like sometimes they were dropping weapons like the wall like as soon as you destroy them. So yeah, there's more to it. That's definitely for sure. Like but fun game overall. Like I was pretty happy with it. Happy that it came on Stadia Pro also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Other than that, as always, I find it's very relaxing to sit back and just build a city. I think I have like 3 ongoing cities for no particular reason in City Builder, just to like build and create because I keep coming up with like different entrances. Like the main highway is the thing that stumps me the most is because I want to get the most traffic flow going on. And oh my gosh, I'm watching these videos and there's all these like programs and traffic manager overlays you can get onto it to really maximize the flow coming in and out of your city. And so like I'm super fascinated because you can just like you build up your city and stuff, and then it's like all about the traffic flow when it gets to a certain point because you can have massive backups when your city's starting to get to the tens of thousands. So you really got to be able to get that traffic flowing, and I think that's been my biggest hurdle now is figuring out traffic flow. I've literally I just got the bulldozer. I made the biggest circle on one of my towns, and I was like, okay, redo the whole front area because everything is being trafficked up. Even on like 6 lanes going one way each direction, you still get the traffic. And of course I tax everyone leaving my city because if you're gonna leave Rudigsville, you're gonna pay for it. But yeah, I mean, it's just so much fun. The one thing I will say is I haven't been able to really like access the DLC I got from Stadia. I'm not sure how it comes into play. There's like a Christmas box of stuff, and then there's like a East and West version. I'm not sure how those come into play. I haven't seen those aspects.
Is it maybe at
Jeff
the
here
beginning? Oh, sorry, go
in
ahead.
all cities, you should name your dump after William, aka Stadia Pro, as per his request. Okay, jeez. Um, I mean, if he likes to be the sanitation manager, I find the dumps like they're like the pitfall of a lot of my cities. I end up having to empty them. Like the incineration plants are the way to go in my thinking when I'm designing the city, just because they smell so loud, they get full, and dude, they take like if you want to empty one, I've had one emptying for like half a year now. It's just insane.
That's
Um,
funny.
What else here we got from Jeff? My first city did not have good traffic flow. A building was on fire and they took forever to get my fire department there. Exactly. See, he understands the traffic flow issue because it's all about getting the services to the people and the bus flows. Yeah, that's why I was so focused. Now it's my next biggest issue is tackling traffic flow. And
That
all
is
these videos I see them going in and they're controlling the traffic lights and the one ways, and I'm like, Stadia doesn't have that. Why?
is that maybe a DLC you have to buy or something?
I think it's either DLC or it's some sort of
Mm,
mod overlay or something people are doing.
that's quite
um
possible. Like, if you have it on PC, sometimes you can like download those mods to like create modification. So maybe that's one of the mods someone created. Mm.
People didn't like when he put the dump across on the cemetery. I know. See, you got to put like your dump on like the other side of town. But then I feel like it doesn't have good like like it doesn't have the territory. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
Try to replicate like a city, a real city. Maybe like you'll see what happens.
I feel like if I did that, there would be inherent problems
Yeah.
because the program would say, "This is how you're designing a city. That's trash."
That's funny.
Actually, I learned in school that one of the best designed cities in the world in terms of architectural standards is actually Rome because of the circle. Now it's all designed around an interior circle. It's actually great for traffic flow. So that's why I like to use the roundabouts.
Oh
If
yeah, yeah.
anybody they always sort of result in great traffic flow,
Yeah,
that
cause
and highways. So you need highway and roundabouts. That's what I'm learning for good
hmm
traffic flow.
yeah, I know roundabout it's quite popular in some country, and like you avoid like having a stop sign or a light, and usually a roundabout is there because there's one way traffic flow most of the other way. So like this, you don't stop that main traffic flow, right? So I
Yeah.
will understand like in the city skyline that will work very well too.
Yeah, and as Jeff was saying here, make sure, I mean, you don't get access to all of these items right away. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything is unlockable unless you just go in and I've actually have a city where I just have everything clicked, all the mods clicked. Um so you can do anything you want, which is actually pretty fun.
That's
Um
nice.
But yeah, just if you don't have access to what I'm talking about in terms of highways or roundabouts, just keep building along, and they'll get unlocked eventually.
Yeah, I think it's unlock every time you reach a certain population number or something like that. It's like
Yeah,
almost an achievement, and then like you unlock a bunch of different thing you can add to your city. So like it's pretty good. I like that like this because if you start a game and you have access to everything, I feel it's can get overwhelming. Where like if you can just like have it like so like you unlock partially, then not you learn how to play the game, and after this you can go back into a game where everything is unlocked,
yeah.
unlimited money.
It does make life easier,
Yeah.
but I think when you click those mods, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't have access to the achievements. So that's a little bit of a downside to that. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it does make life a lot easier. But I like that balancing of the economy. Plus, like Nads is saying, it keeps your city in check. So you're not
Mm-hmm.
growing, you're not building out huge and you have a population of 600. You got to build out sustainably, right? You can't. But yeah, it is fun to go unlimited money. I just like covered my water area in those wind turbines and water dams and stuff. So
Oh yeah.
unlimited power.
That's awesome. All right.
All right. City Skylines is one of the best games of Pro, in my opinion, for 2022. I just want to say that before we jump into Destiny.
So far, right? Until
So
like
far,
they
so
drop
far. I mean, we're
something
6 months
bigger.
in, and it was a mid month stealth drop,
Yeah.
and like this game is just blowing my mind. I never even saw, like, I think actually Stadia Source did an article on it saying, oh, this game's coming, and I'm like, Sounds interesting, but I'm not into Sims. But just building a city is so fun when you just
You
want to
just,
relax.
yeah, you just need to try it and see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
It's like there's like all those little game I still haven't touched in Stadia that like I'm looking at it. Oh, I'm probably gonna like that one, you know. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna play more little games there and there than like just keep playing Destiny, right?
Yeah.
But talking of which, do you want to move on to the Twab?
The Twab, the Twibby Twab this
Uh,
week on Bungie.
All right. So looking at the TWAB this week, it's a quite a short TWAB, but it's pretty good. We had a lot of activity still happening. So the main thing is that Iron Banner, the riff is there. If you haven't had a chance to play it, just go try it. It's not made for everyone. Coming from the previous Iron Banner, where it was like more capture the zone and then like kill everybody, this one it's like more a game type, almost like what we call it, like a search and destroy type of feeling, right? So you have to grab this ball in the middle of the map and then go deposit in the enemy team. So uh, quite interesting gameplay. I feel like sometimes like it's almost easier to play on what do you call it, when you're just playing solo, basically, freelance. Because sometimes I feel like if you play in a team and you only two people on your team, you're most likely gonna hit like a six stack, and then you're gonna get destroyed, and it's gonna make the game not enjoyable, right? So, but the Iron Banner, that's how it looked like. For this season. Next season, they're gonna have a new one. It's gonna be slightly different. If you look at the TWAB, you'll notice that they have a description about how the gameplay is. Um, so it's quite interesting. This part here, it says like if you hold onto the spark too long, it detonate. I never saw this happening. I wonder if that's what happened when it disappeared completely. Because a few times I played the game and the spark disappear, and we were just like, okay, what's happening?
Yeah.
Killing each
Yeah, and then it would just be
other.
gone for the entire game.
Exactly. So I wonder if it's like some issue. Same with the respawn, retransmat happening at the end of the game. That happened to you too, and happened to me twice, I think. It's just a bug they have. They have a few bugs with the game type, but that's okay. Quite good. If you play the game, I'll suggest to have Iron Banner ornament for your armor, and at least another piece of armor, so you have 5 out of 5. So like this, it gave you bonus for your Iron Banner reputation progression, and like I think the one today when I play I had like time 15 because I did all the daily on my Titan and switched my Warlock, and those numbers keep going for some reason. So now I'm at 8 out of 4 for the daily challenge, and I'll mention about it like a bit further. But there was like some issue with that daily challenge. Um, yeah, so there was some confusion because people were not sure what they meant about the daily challenge. I'm trying to find, I think that's just, okay, there it is. Daily challenge. So basically, it was the weekly challenge. It basically, if you go on the Iron Banner icon to like start a match, you'll notice that it will tell you a progress bar and it's going to say weekly challenge. But that was meant to be the daily challenge, which is kind of weird. There's 4 of them total per character, and then like you get pinnacle gear every time you complete them. I think like
Yeah.
the first one is complete like 2 or 3 match, and then it's like so on and so forth. The same way, it's completing like certain amount of match as solar or void subclasses. Easy to do. I've noticed that sometimes I play freelance and some people are just AFK. They're just sitting in the back. They're just farming the matches and they're not playing, which make it more boring. But I think Bungie noticed that a lot of people were doing that, and because of that, they were not giving them progression because I guess the game was noticing they were AFK. So quite something interesting that they added there. I'm happy they added that. Next on what we have here. We got the Solar 3.0 update. It just came out, but they already have an update on it. Just quickly, some of the stuff that was added. I don't know if you noticed this week we had more fragment available. I don't know if it's because they were not available to us or like
Oh, I
there
thought
was
it
some
was
issue with it.
I think it was connected to a community event. That's what I thought
Oh,
somebody
that's
was
right.
saying.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that was on the last swap. That's true.
Yeah.
So we achieved it, but I don't even know it was a community event. I haven't
Of
seen
course, they didn't
anything
tell
about
anybody. It wasn't
it.
posted anywhere. They were like, "Good luck, people."
I wonder if it's related to the stream they did this week. But moving on the Solar 3, some of the change, mainly for the Warlock and Titan, some of the change you will really like there, Rudiggz, because you're a Warlock main, and I really like it because I'm a Solar main, a Titan main. So for the Warlock, the Eat Rise, so they changed the behavior or added the behavior. So when you consume the grenade, you get a cure times 2 around you, so it's going to heal you and heal your allies, your nearby's alive. And then consuming the healing grenade increase the strength of the burst of the cure by times 3, and consuming the torch of flame healing grenade provide restoration as an additional benefit. So like you're gonna be able to consume your grenade to heal, so which is good. Um, Icarus Dash. So they added the behavior while airborne, rapidly defeating target with your super or any weapon cure you. So
Nice.
and that's gonna be matching one of the build I show you, where like if you're always in the air, it's gonna be like beneficial for you as a warlock. So I think there's one build. It's like you just keep throwing grenades using your melee, keep
And the
throwing grenades
Starfield
with the
protocol.
was it like that glove there? Is that right?
No, the Starfire protocol was the chest on the build you sent me.
Oh, okay. No, there's another
Gives you
build
an
there.
extra grenade of fusion.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking about the Sunbracer, because you use your melee, and then it will you can use your grenade as many as you want, and then like it will recharge your, because you're getting killed while in the air, and then you use your melee, you keep throwing grenade. But that's probably the other build I sent you. I wasn't sure if I sent you that one. But moving on, we have the celestial fire. So it changed a little bit. Each celestial fire projectile apply 10 scorch stack. This increase to 15 stack with Amber of Ashes equipped. So there you go. Amber of Ashes. I think that's the helmet, right? No. What's the Amber?
Ember of
Oh,
Ashes.
is that a fragment maybe? I think
Yes.
that's a
Yeah,
fragment.
that's definitely a fragment.
All right, so there we go. So you can get more scorch, so it's good. There we go for Warlock, for Titan, Burning Maul. So because everybody's using the small hammer, I try to remember the name of it. They buffing the Burning Maul for PvE by 25%. So that's gonna be very good to like try to defeat a boss or anything like that. Roaring Flame added behavior. While Roaring Flame is active, your uncharged melee attack now deals solar damage and apply 30 Scorch stack to
Ooh.
target per hit. This is increased to 40 stack with Amber Ashes equipped. Yeah, I think that's the fragment. Yeah, so like even if you don't have your melee, you punch an ad, so it's gonna create solo damage, which is great. It's gonna be amazing. I think that's gonna be a little bit OP, but we'll have to see how it goes. Consecration. So fragment slot increase from 1 to 2. Yes, please. Because this one is the only augment that only has one fragment slot. Raise the height of the secondary attack ground wave by 25% to more easily catch player who jump too late. Okay, so that's when you like go slam on the ground. Okay, interesting. So we'll have to see how it goes. I'm quite happy about those changes, and I think it's mainly buff, no nerf. Nothing about the Hunter. I'm guessing the Hunter is still like doing very well. I still haven't tried the Hunter yet, but I know like a lot of people are throwing the what do you call the knife there, the weighted blade, because you can one shot people with it, and then you can regain it, or like you throw a blade and you
I've
can
seen
create
it
an
a lot hit
explosion.
me.
Yeah, same here. I don't know if they created a buff where like it auto target easily or something.
Yeah.
So yeah. Moving on, we have Prime Gaming this week. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can go claim your new weapon, your Polaris Lens Scout Rifle. If you don't have it, very good Scout Rifle. I've seen it being used a lot. After you get like so many headshot or so many kill, you accumulate those. I try to remember. It's like almost like a different shot. If you hold your X or like hold your reload button, it will like fire different rounds. It's gonna be slower and it's gonna be tracking a person. And on PvP, it's a pretty much a one-shot kill. So pretty interesting. Other than that, we got the Bray Legacy exotic ornament for the Polaris lens, and you got the sparrow and a projection. You can see a sparrow here being a red sparrow and the projection from the season. And moving on, so we have like an interesting video we had this week. It's someone created this rap song. We'll hear a little
Yeah.
bit in the background. So about destiny. So quite
Everybody has a
interesting song.
destiny.
The guy, he's
Are we
Everybody
gonna
I don't
get
starts
pulled
here.
if we
Yeah.
play this though?
Welcome to
say
Destiny
again.
2.
Are we gonna get pulled if we play this?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably I'll probably stop it, but have a look at it. Pretty interesting song. Like the guy explained basically about his experience in Destiny, and also his yeah, the fact he's a streamer. So quite good. It's follow up with another like behind the scene where he explained where he come from and how he became to like play Destiny and go back to his love for music, where he created that rap song. So very good. Kudos on him. And for finishing the Twab, we had like some odd fix coming up. So June 7th, at the next reset, we're gonna have a few fixes. Iron Banner challenge, I guess they're gonna fix it so like make it more clear for future Iron Banner, which is not gonna affect us this Tuesday. And there apparently there's some issue with dungeon key ownership. So some people are buying the dungeon separately from having bought the Witch Queen. And
Mm-hmm.
then like if you bought it and then you go play on one of the console and before moving to Stadia, something like that, caused an issue where like it wasn't tracking the cross-platform. But it should be able to move between cross-platform. So they working on that issue. Communicate with them if you have any more issue with that. Other than that, a lot of other issue. Some of them are mainly cosmetic, like some of it's like cloak of Bacchus, some marks like I'm guessing with the cloak is because it's flipping all over the place, a little bit like every cloak that the hunter
Yeah.
wear, or they just get stuck somewhere. um there's like a few thing to do with the vortex grenade doing less damage than intended. I wasn't tracking that. Some Iron Banner didn't count towards the Iron Banner rank boost. I didn't see that, but yeah, okay. Some of the thing to watch out. There you go. The sparks during Rift match can sometimes be lost in certain scenario. It's not lost; it just disappear unless it's somewhere, but it's
Yeah.
gated. Um, oh yeah, player will sometimes spawn repeatedly between rounds during Iron Banner match. We saw this mostly at the end. Quite a few one like has to do with Iron Banner, some Iron Banner quest step not working well. And here's the mention about the AFK. So our system has detected that your character has gone AFK, meaning that our system think that your character isn't participating, resulting in progress not being counted for the triumph of bounty. So if you've been farming Iron Banner like this, being AFK, it doesn't work anymore, or it hasn't been working. So I think Bungie made sure that you participate. So it's a good thing. It forced people to play it for real, right? I
Yeah.
know it's could be a pain in the ass sometimes, but it's worth doing it. Yeah, and like a few video for this week, movie of the week. We have Light Forever. These people are like dancing, doing the different emo of dancing with the song affiliate to it. Pretty funny video. I suggest to look at it. Here we have the riff, like a Hunter versus Titan Bowl. So quite interesting. Just have a look. And we have some artists of the week. Um, Not sure what's that, but I guess they having
It's like Crow and Eris Moon, I guess, shooting a
I heard
golden
some.
gun together.
Yeah, I guess so. Some sculpture, that's pretty cool. And some drawing of Ive. There you go. Curse. Yeah, and if you're willing to buy the Celestial Nighthawk replica, you can buy it at the store now, a release with the Solar 3.0. So it's available now. Go and buy it if you want to. I don't think it's that cheap, but yeah, go for it. And also, in support of Pride Month, if you can go on Bungie store and buy the pin, and you'll get the nice emblem, the colorful emblem underneath as seen here. Quite cool. They're doing this. It's supporting like everything. Yeah, it's great. So like go ahead, go support LGBTQ plus, and go buy a pin. Uh, that's pretty much it for the week for the Twab. But yeah, that's pretty much overall. Hopefully, we're gonna find out more. Other than that, in Destiny, I've been just grinding a lot of Iron Banner, and yeah, Iron Banner, and I've been doing this macro trick, so I can get some legendary shard because I'm always running out. So I just have like I use a Razer mouse and I use a Razer Synapsis, and then it copy my mouse movement. So I did that for a little bit. Like I'm standing around for it because there's some blue armor you can buy and they give you a legendary shard. I think a lot of people have done it. I keep seeing a lot of people close to Mr. Raoul there, so like you can buy some glimmer from time to time. It's just funny because I think last night I did it for maybe an hour while playing on my phone, and I noticed like there's like a group of people not even moving either. I'm like, yeah, they're all doing that. It's quite funny. There's some video get released online too for it, so have a look and check it out. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's
Cool.
Destiny for you for this week.
That is Destiny. Ba-da-ba. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Well, then, let's get some transition going here.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do we got in the headlines this week in Stadia? It looks like 314 Arts is becoming an official Stadia partner.
Nice.
That's great news. Now, Stadia partner means, or what I assume this means, is that they signed up on Stadia devs or Stadia.devs. I mean, but it's great news. Their game Project Z, is it called here? Yeah, Project Z. They haven't had any like concrete announcement on release dates. It's 2024, but very cool to see that now we're going to have upcoming games will also release on the Stadia platform, and these are games predicted into 2 years from now. So that means that Stadia perhaps is filling out their roster for 2024, 2025. It's just very promising to see on that end of the perspective there.
Yeah, it's just like it shows that Stadia is there to stay, right? So if they like supporting all those projects for a future release, then like there we go.
Yeah, I mean, this is a small group. It's like a German small group, four guys. That says their first game, Vengeance, is active right now, I believe, on Steam. Released in 2016. I actually reached out to them on Discord and I said, "Hey, congratulations on your Stadia partnership. Any chance we're gonna see Vengeance come on the Stadia? Because we hear that Project Z is obviously coming to Stadia, and they gave me a solid maybe. So
There we go.
that's where that is. But yeah, it looks like they built a multi-player first-person shooter sort of engine that they have displayed on their website. And just in general, that it's great that more people are playing. They're obviously using the Unity hashtag made with Unity. So yeah, that's cool.
That's perfect.
And hopefully seeing a lot more from these guys in the future.
Yeah, hopefully.
Now, I know, like we're really missing. I feel like that zombie first-person shooter genre, and it almost went away a little bit. I mean, we have Zombie Aftermath. So we
Hmm.
should get back to finishing that game. There was nothing
Yeah.
like inherently wrong with that game. A lot of upgradable stuff. I just couldn't find like a class I felt like worked with me for the Aftermath. But yeah,
I think I
let's
tried
talk.
them all. I tried a few of them, and there's one a medic that was pretty good to heal yourself. I found like you almost have to level them up far enough to notice like
Yeah,
the difference, right? To get all the
yeah,
bonus.
that's a good way to put it.
Mhm.
And now on to everybody's best friend. Talking Dogs releases on Google Stadia 1 year from today. So very, very cool. Again, like I'm saying, we're starting to see Stadia fill out their roster for the next couple of years.
Mhm.
Obviously, a great sign of us being able to see Stadia in the future. They release on their website. I was checking it out earlier. A little like box art with the little Stadia logo, and they're like, "This is not an official release." Obviously, I don't think Stadia like supports box art. I think they're like, "We're cloud gaming, we're different." But I think it's cool. Unreal Engine 5, so that's going to be wicked to see this game being run on. It's going to look real lifelike, I assume, and I'm going to do what I've always wanted to do and talk to a digital espresso.
Yeah, maybe you can customize your dog. Maybe I can have all my dog virtually.
Yeah, you can have your zoo.
That's gonna be funny.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. They've been having a lot of talk with the Stadia community, and there's been a lot of hype around. Everybody loves their dogs, so it should be a little fun little game. I imagine it would be like I feel like it gives me a reminder of like Tamagotchis. Remember those things, like the little
Yeah,
pocket things?
yeah, yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, it could be like that. Oh, I need to jump up my game so I can feed my dog. Oh, talk to him, right? That's
Yeah.
gonna be like that.
Well, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is receiving an update based on the iconic 70s, a Japanese television show, Super Sentai, later adapted by American television and rebranded as the Mighty Morphing Power Rangers. I wrote that. But yeah, we can see that June 2nd, they received an update to the game. I mean, they're still throwing checks and balances, patches to characters and gameplays, battle changes for several characters, Megazord adjustments, and buffs and nerfs galore. So you can also check out their website. I'm sure by now they've detailed. Have they detailed June 2nd? Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So when I wrote the article, they didn't have the detail on the notes here. But yeah, you can check them all out. The they're updating it, and Stadia is included. So it's nice to see that they're getting the update, and like a lot of changes here. Like they are keeping up with this game.
Yeah, that's
Um,
crazy. Yeah.
so obviously, probably a pretty popular game if they're paying this much attention to it. They must have a large player base.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, look at this. Robert R.J. James, Purple Ranger. He is not much faster. So keep that in mind. Oh
That's
my God,
crazy.
health of Adam Park was reduced from 950 to 900. The Black Ranger, damn. So they're like checking and balancing everything. They know exactly what's happening in this game.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Because
And
it's a battle one, right? It's like
it's
almost
a
like a Mortal Kombat,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it's a fighting game. I've played
Oh.
like a couple matches on there and gone through the story a little bit. It's fun for nostalgic reasons,
Uh-huh.
I would say.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to write the article too. I'm like, go, go, Power Rangers.
Yep,
Oh
that's
my gosh, I
funny.
remember watching that as a kid.
Yeah.
And I never understood the teenage drama that was happening. I'm sure I'd understand it all now.
Yeah, now you lived it.
Yeah. What do we have here? As we were in the month of June, we got our June Pro games.
Mhm.
Um, so we've talked about Death Run. We can see Lake, which, I've heard every streamer just be like, oh, it's actually a really relaxing and nice game. You deliver mail in an old city.
You create
I say
relationship.
no. I say no. There's no way this is exciting and awesome. You're not sitting at the edge of your chair delivering mail by the lake. Uh, I'm sure, like even you're not jumping to throw up a stream of lake.
No, but I'm quite interested to see what it is exactly because I read a little bit about it and it was like, oh yeah, you just like create like relationship with other NPCs or something like that, and you just live your life. I'm like, that would be something like my wife would be into because she like to play The Sims. So like, would
Yeah.
that be similar? I will have to check.
Yeah, they're the same group that's actually making the Calico Cat. So that was also announced for Stadia.
There you go.
So it's interesting that they announced Calico Cat. They don't announce this late game, but then they drop the late game without any announcements, and then we're still waiting for the Calico Cat game
Mm,
that they announced all this time before.
maybe because that's like a previous game they released, right?
Yeah. I don't get their strategy. So I think we talked through the darkest of times because that was announced. They announced 3 games last week in a blog
Mhm.
post, and this was one of them.
I'm
I
still
haven't
yet to
played this
try.
yet.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, quite interesting because I like the fact it's like happening during the Second World War, has to do with the Nazi, and I'm like quite interested like how they made this game. I'm definitely gonna play it eventually. Maybe take a 5 minute and just like go through it.
Yeah, because it looks to be like a real time strategy
Hmm.
game. You got to manage your resources, you got to manage your attacks, and you got to keep in secret at the same time. So I'm sure there's a lot of layers to your standard game um, in terms of real time strategy.
Hmm.
So this one actually may be a little bit more interesting than sort of leads on by the cover,
Hmm.
in my mind.
Yep.
That could be a hidden gem. Like I never thought that the Moonlighter would
Yeah.
be like the most awesomest game ever, which I would have to sit down and play every day until I beat it.
Yeah.
But it was.
Yeah, it was. Same here. I finished it and I was like, this was fun.
Both you
Same
and
way.
I were like, "Yep,
Yeah.
we got
Same
through the dungeons. Like that was
same with
insanely
Darkwood.
fun."
Same with Darkwood. You gotta try that one. That one
I
is
don't
like
know.
a
It's
hidden gem.
scary. I'd rather play Lake. Seems fun.
Yeah.
Here we have Deliver Us the Moon. So I popped up a stream of Deliver Us to the Moon, which did not work very well, and that's my bad because I'm terrible at IT. Um, actually, I gave Nads a call the other day, and I'm like, "Hey, you gotta help me fix my Stadia with my DNS." Um, so he'll help me rearrange it because I didn't understand the IT help from the Stadia Twitter. And Stadia Twitter always does respond, but they just give you the same fixes every
Mhm.
time.
Yep. Because
Yep.
that's probably their script they're following, right?
Yeah.
Try this. Let us know if it worked. And then like they're not necessarily like the people behind that, not necessarily the tech guru, right? So, but hey, like whatever they send it, if it fixed it, that's perfect.
Oh, hey Ray, thanks
Yeah,
for
Ray.
the shout out. Yeah, episode 40. Actually, we got our 1 year with Twitter today. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We love making the content. We love Stadia. We're just having fun playing in the cloud, rocking Destiny, and all of these other fun add-ons we get as a bundle because we just love to play Destiny at 4K. So
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Thanks for the congratulations, and again, thanks for the shout out on the show. We got the raised praise the other day, and that was just
Hmm.
beyond kind from you guys.
Yeah,
So
that
really
was
appreciate
perfect.
that.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
blew Nad's mind when I shared that with him. We were both like, "Wow!" on the keyboard on Discord. Oh, this is so cool. So a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
that was funny. That was awesome. That was just a sidebar.
Sidebar from Deliver Us to the Moon. So I got into Deliver Us to the Moon a little bit, but I threw up another stream after that where I ended up picking up where I left off. It was like 20 minutes, but I got through one puzzle. So it looks to me as open world, almost like a silent. It reminds me of scuba diving almost. You're like in that silent world because you're in the spacesuit, or at least I was the whole time. I don't think I even got to the moon as of yet in my stream. So maybe it picks up drama there when you get to the moon and activate the ghost. And I'm calling the ghost the little orby ball thing because I found the ghost, but he was kind of in pieces. So I assume you put him together later. But yeah, I
Oh,
just
okay.
that game would be so awesome if I could put on a VR helmet and move
Yeah.
like this and put the puzzle together. But just like on a controller, maybe I need to adjust the sensitivity. It just feels clunky to me
Mm.
a little bit. So, yeah. Yeah. I want to give it another try because I've heard a lot of people just be like, "Oh, it's really awesome.
Mhm.
Cool puzzles, great story." So yeah, I want to get into it and see more of what Deliver Us the Moon has. I just think it had a bit of a slow start for me and I need to adjust my controls.
That's probably it. Maybe like the beginning was just like mainly a tutorial, and when you land on the moon, it's actually that's when everything happened, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Give me my ghost. Moving down the list. When are you gonna play Deliver Us the Moon? You gonna slot in some time?
I'm probably gonna have a look into it. Yeah, because if
Yeah.
you said there's puzzle, I really like puzzle usually, so that could be interesting.
Yeah, the first one's a little tricky. Like they give you two pieces
Hmm.
and like two energy capsules, and then you got to arrange the energy capsules, and you have like a hidden switch you got to activate and with the door, and you're like, when you figure it out, your brain clicks and you're like, "Ah, I am smart. I do know puzzles." So it has that benefit you get from some games, some puzzle games where you're like,
Yeah,
"Boom, I'm a genius."
yeah,
And you solve the puzzle.
uh, that self what do you call it? Self-confidence, like
Yeah,
achievement or something. Like, yes, I did it, you know?
exactly. That affirmation.
Yeah.
So, speaking of affirmations, Nads took away all of my affirmations when we played golf with your friends. I was losing so bad. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I think I just don't have the mental stability to get that shot every time, and then I just get upset. I'm like, full power. Get this bounce in. Now I got to get ahead of them. And that's not
But
the way to play.
at some point you caught up with me, so that was good. A very
That
fun game.
in the normal one, in the basketball one, it was like I was 5 feet and you were 7 feet, and we were playing against each other.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I
definitely
mean,
a
we
fun
talked a
game.
little bit earlier on golf with your friends. So, yeah, get into it. Throw up a stream, have some fun, throw out some Twitter and get some invites in. It'd be fun to run a big group. So, if any of you
Yeah.
are running a big group, just throw the hashtag Stadia. Hey, I'm playing golf with your friends. Anyone down? It'd be cool to get a big group one day.
Yeah,
I'm sure
definitely.
there's a Discord too where people hang out and pop on too.
Probably. And just play golf with your friend all day.
So Tohu, if I'm saying this right.
Hmm.
To who?
To who?
To um an adventure game set amongst a world of weird and wonderful fish plants. Explore beautiful environments and solve intricate puzzles. Um, it looks to be like that hand drawn sort of vibe.
Hmm.
I did not get into Tohu. Tohu was a game that's been on Stadia, I want to say for a long time.
Yeah.
I've always seen it sort of in the library, unless I'm completely wrong. But yeah, it's one of those games that stays in the library, and you scroll by it, and you're like, should I pick it up or will it come to pro? Right now, I'm doing that dance with young souls. So we'll see if I get lucky or if I get impatient. Those are the two sort of battling Rudiggz conflicts: impatience and
I don't.
luckiness.
I think it's more like a family friendly game, right?
Yeah, it's a family friendly game. I think you're just solving puzzles,
Hmm.
and like it's nicely drawn, right? Fish plants sort of gives it a playful sort of feel to it, right? And
Yeah.
then we're popping into what definitely is family friendly, and that's Ben 10. Um, I heard Ben 10 got a little bit of some glitches going on, so I'm hope they're able to get up in there and do an update. I mean, this looks to me like sort of your adventure game, perfect for kids who love the series.
Hmm.
So yeah, you're basically just blowing up stuff, collecting stuff.
It's
Kind of
based
that.
on the show, the TV show, right, or something.
Yeah, yeah, I believe so. I've never seen it, but I assume Ben is 10 and he has a power trip.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Wow,
So that
wow.
was for
Let me
June.
check because like is that I think that's all. Oh no, 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 no. I got one more. We have Konami. They're
Hmm.
terminating Super Bomberman R online later this year.
Yeah,
So a little bit of a
December
sad
22.
sad situation. I mean, I think that game has been on Stadia from like very early on.
Yeah, it's
Um
been free to play for a very long time too, at least for the
I guess
past year and a half.
they're just not getting the online sort of support that they need to keep this game running, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, across all platforms. So I assume maybe you'll be able to just play by yourself. I don't even think there is a offline sort of feature. So this game may just go the way of off. Like I've never actually seen a game leave Stadia before. So this will
But
be curious.
yeah, what's gonna happen basically? If they're
Yeah.
turning off the server, is it gonna be they gonna modify it so you can play couch co-op or something? So
Yeah, just couch co-op or by yourself against
hmm.
bots.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, because Bomberman still has, fun appeal if you want to sit down on a couch play with some friends.
Maybe they're gonna release a new version. It's maybe what it is.
Yeah, could be. Could be. Well,
Well, That's pretty
That
much it.
that was the end of that.
Hmm.
We have that Stadia news, and so let's move on to the clips of the week.
Yes.
Now we don't control the news, but we hope for more news coming up next week that we get to share and talk about. But it's light. It's light.
Mhm.
We like it light. So, do you have a clip of the week? Should I share my clip of the week?
Yeah, I can share mine.
Share it
Uh,
up. Yeah. By the way, we usually have background music.
oh yeah.
Um, and just for some reason, this week has just decided not to work. We're thinking that it may be a sort of a restream technical issue, uh,
Yeah.
but we're hoping that it'll get fixed by next week.
So there's a clip of the week. So basically, me, you, and Bliss, our friend Bliss, were playing some survival,
Uh oh.
and that was on the new map. We were winning. Yeah, we were winning, and then yeah, there's Bliss coming because I think we were waiting for him because he had to get revived, and then like he jumped.
Oh, this is survival.
Yeah, and you'll see that's him there with the Nova
Oh,
bomb, and he got three
boom!
kills. Got
All
them
three.
all. That was pretty
Oh,
good, good timing. And then like yeah, that was the clip. I really like this one. I had to like clip it just because like yeah, he's so good at PvP and it's always fun to play with him. Even
oh
though
yeah, he
like he
rocks
play
it.
on Steam and yeah, we
Oh,
usually attract all the Steam players. So every time we play Rift, it's just terrible, right?
oh my god. It's night and day, and I don't get it. Like the Steam community is on a different level than the console community, and there's a reason they divide it, and it's very, very obvious when you try
Yeah.
to play with Steam people.
Well, I noticed that it depend like also with consoles, sometime I will hit the lobby with PlayStation or Xbox and it will go smooth on my side. Suddenly I will get like a lobby full of PlayStation and then I'm getting destroyed and it's just like I feel like the cross play right now it's not perfect yet.
Yeah.
I noticed like I think I pointed out on the Bungie forum that like I had like a lot of issue with Xbox player where like they take forever to load, right? Or like they have issue to load or something like that. And then like apparently some other people were saying there was PlayStation having that issue. So I think the crossplay is not fully there. And also like Bungie doesn't have dedicated server for their PvP, right? I think they're still using a old type of hybrid slash like peer connection. So it could be it. So if you're playing in a lobby and someone's connection is terrible, well, it's gonna be terrible for everyone else, sadly. But that's what I've been told so far. But eventually, hopefully, they're gonna update it, make it slightly better. But yeah, we'll have to see.
We will. We will.
All
And
right,
now
show me your clip there.
let's see this awesomeness. So you can see here. Oh, let me make it big. There's some struggles.
Oh
This is a
yeah.
little bit of a tough hole. All right, boom. Gets rejected. You're right there. You catch up to me. But I'm like, all right, here we go. This is it. Boom. Perfect timing. Boom.
Yeah,
Right
and you
in.
got a boogie
Ooh, I
for
got a
that one.
bogey, but
Uh,
still, it was a great shot.
yeah, that was the basketball one. That's funny.
This was the basketball one.
I got the all-in-one playing with my wife the other day. I was like, oh, nice. It was like almost like a lucky shot. So,
Let's
oh,
see. This one's going to be awesome, too. Just for fun. I'm going to
is
throw in a note because
that
we've
there's
been
the
playing a
riff?
lot of
Yeah,
Iron Banner.
yeah.
So
So,
I've been playing now with a pulse and a shotgun.
mm-hmm.
Obviously, you can see I have my supercharged. So something's gonna happen. Oh, all of them,
Oh,
all of
nice.
them, all five of them.
Nice. They're all there too. Oh, that's sweet.
The perfect Nova bomb.
It's always great. I used it earlier to I was playing my warlock and then the riff was dropped in the corner and there was like that small window and I just threw my Nova bomb there before I died someone threw a grenade at me, and then like I got 4 kill. I was like, oh, that's perfect. I just slowed them down, right? So
Yeah.
it's pretty funny. It's always good to just throw that and just like it's a blast, right? So
Yeah, it's a, and then they're like, "Oh, no, I'm
yeah,
gone.
ah, damn.
I'm
And
erased."
then you have to wait 10 seconds before
Oh,
reviving, or like someone come and revive you. I found a lot of people like don't come and revive you. They're just going for the riff. And it's like, dude, like if you revive me, I'll help you carrying it over, right? So
yeah.
then they pick it up, and by the time they pick it up, there's an enemy showing up, killing them. Where like if you revive your teammate, you got more chance, more fighting chance, right? So, but yeah, interesting week with the riff.
Interesting indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and before we go, here's the image I was talking about with talking dogs. So this is the unapproved. You see the Stadia in the top corner there?
It's looked like the casing,
Yeah.
they're gonna sell it at the store. That's
I feel
funny.
like they're just like against that as a company that they will never approve an image like that.
That's funny.
But yeah, pretty
Uh,
cool to see. Just more and more developers are using Unreal Engine, so it's cool.
yeah, and it's coming to Stadia, so I'm guessing the Blade's gonna take it. They're gonna be able to be up to speed with like new technology, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We always knew. I mean, they ran the new FIFA 2022 stuff, so
Mm-hmm.
then that next gen AI software.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you to our news source, Stadia Source, and always Stadia this week on Stadia. You guys keep us full of the news, give us stuff to talk about. And the audience, thank you for tuning into Chat Stadia, guys, because that's what we do. We just chat about Stadia. Talk
Yeah.
about the cloud. We're back next week at the same time to deliver more news and Destiny 2 updates. If you missed the Canadian Stadians and want more, add us on Stadia. I'm Rudiggz. Names here at the right there. And Nads, my co-host, his gamer tags right there. Feel free to add us on Stadia. Let's run some Destiny. Go through some of that Risk of Rain DLC. I want to throw up a stream of that sometime soon. But yeah, for extra support and love, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media. We're at Chat Stadia. We're always posting game streams and the latest on the Stadia titles and just having fun in the social world at the same time. Of course, this show would not be possible without my co host, and that is Sebastian.
Yes, that's me. And yeah, thanks for listening and watching, and help us to reach our goal of 100 subscriber on YouTube. We're currently
Almost
at
there.
76, so we need 24 more. And then yeah, like it, share with your friends and family, and we'll see you on Stadia.
Because once we get 100, then we don't have to post like a super long link. It gets shorter. So that'd be cool for us. That'd be
Really?
cool. Yeah. Yeah. I learned that. Yeah. So remember, there's no rules for the architecture of a castle in the cloud. And I will come up with something better next time. Or I won't, and you'll hear that again. But we'll see. Everyone, thanks for just hanging out, having fun. We'll catch you on Stadia.
Take care.